And welcome, thank you for joining us. I am thrilled to be with you today. You're speaking you're listening to Jack Murray and...
You've also got Aaron Witnish over here. So we want to kick things off with a very powerful question.
Yes.
Before you dive into any training, we wanted to find out what brought you here. Why did you opt in? Why did you come across this video?
So think about why is your fuel. This is going to be your fuel to give yourself reasons to go ahead and complete this presentation. And we really believe this is the most valuable presentation you'll listen to when it comes to creating freedom as a business person and as an entrepreneur.
Whatever the time investment's going to be, we're going to encourage you to make this time investment.
Yes.
Because what we have to share with you today has the ability to change your life forever, and it also has the ability to do nothing.
Yes, that's right. These are the tools that really set us free. And that's the goal here today. And we really do encourage you to take notes. This is what we call an active participation program. It means you take notes, you circle, you highlight, you do what you can to consume the information in a way that allows you to execute at a high level.
Let's kick things off. Maybe one of the reasons you're here is you want to create a vehicle that supports yourself, which is the most important thing in life, then your family, freedom, the income goals that you've set for yourself, really importantly your values, and also other causes outside yourself that you're passionate about.
That's right. Next up, you're here because you want to learn the digital marketing skills to grow your existing business. These are the skills that if you don't have them, you're going to struggle to acquire new customers. So we really want to show you that.
Another reason that you might be here is you want consistent leads and monthly income. What a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, anyone looking for a vehicle struggles with is that consistency. So maybe that's what you're looking for right now in your journey, or maybe you're looking to start a journey and have consistency from day one.
Because right now in your business, you might have those inconsistent months. You might have those dips, right? And what we know is if you can set your business up where you know your average customer value, it's going to be very easy to acquire the leads, and you're just going to have to pay the money to invest it to acquire the customers as well. Next up,
you may be looking to specialize and help other business owners succeed online. So really the goal here, going through this presentation, is to show you what's worked best for a number of people around the world that have come and trained with us. And one of the keys to succeeding is specialization. And we're going to give you some suggestions and some ideas, I guess, to get the juices flowing, so you can start to identify where it is that you're going to make a difference in the world.
And ultimately, you're listening to people that have gone ahead and produced the results and done the work.
Which is very important,
yes,
by the way.
the most important. Next up.
You may want to build a brand, and I certainly hope you do, because in the current state of the online or digital world, there's a lot of noise. So we need to build a brand that pushes through the noise, but doing it in a way that also gives you the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world, as long as you got access to a smart device and a Wi-Fi connection.
And we're really going to be recommending for you to build a social media brand. And we call these social media influencers, right?
Yeah.
These are the people that are making a big difference in the marketplace and attracting their tribe.
And then finally, maybe you want to be part of a movement with cutting-edge entrepreneurs who are committed to having a huge impact on the world. So the difference between someone that has a sustained legacy in business and someone that gets started, maybe has a couple of wins, then disappears off the face of the earth, is they actually have a deep desire and level of commitment to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They're not in it for the money. They're in it to actually have an impact.
Remember, income and money is simply a reward of adding value and doing great work within the marketplace. So our goal here today is really to align you with your message, who you want to be in the marketplace, using the vehicle that we think is the best in the world.
And the great news is it doesn't matter if you're starting from scratch or whether you've been in the game for a long time. What we shared you today really has helped people starting from all different stages with this vehicle. Okay, so we want to kick things off. One of the movements that we're creating at the moment, and we've got people joining in droves, is a FREEPRENEUR. So I want to share with you sort of our definition and what we're creating with this movement.
So FREEPRENEURS are digital marketing consultants providing tangible value to the marketplace. Now, right now we're in a place where the marketplace is crowded. There is a lot of people within the marketplace, and one of the challenges we've noticed throughout the years is you have coaches, consultants, Anybody that really has a message to share, but they're not really adding tangible value that the marketplace can understand.
And the great news is, as a digital marketing consultant, you're able to bring that tangible value to other business owners and other entrepreneurs in the marketplace.
This is what we call the unfair advantage, isn't it?
Yes.
It gives you an unfair advantage over those other people in the marketplace that really have a message that really isn't cutting through to their ideal customers.
So here's a snapshot into who we are. As you can see, we've built a business and we've been around for a long time now. Where we've really incorporated our values into it. We've been on numerous different online programs with some people you might recognize. We've traveled the world, but we've also done it with our family. And the truth is, we've worked very hard to be here. We don't want to create the illusion that the results that we have right now are something that happened overnight. We've been in the game for a combined probably around 20 years now.
Yes, we're getting on. We're starting to.
Yes, so we think it's important that we're also leading by example. We're living what we talk about, which is why you can see from the images, we have a lot of fun while we build our business, but we also do the work.
Yes. So this was us in Miami. We actually flew over. We're based in Australia, although we look after clients all over the world. And this was at the time where we got to actually spend some time with Grant Cardone on his network there, Grant Cardone TV, and it was an incredible experience.
And what our goal is for you is to use and leverage what we teach you with digital marketing and become a social media influencer. Use social media to spread a message, to get the opportunities to sit next to the people that have an impact on your life, so you can share your message with their people as well.
A question we get asked often is, who's Jack and who's Aaron? I'm the good-looking chap. I'm the guy on the right, and Aaron's to the left. Does that work on the screens? I think so.
I hope so.
Yes.
And well, there we go.
That's right. So this is me with the big man, Tony Robbins. An incredible experience, being able to build networks with other industry experts and also look at ways that we can play a bigger game in your life as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a consultant, or some sort of a subject matter expert. You're always going to be looking at ways to expand and to grow, and this is one of those moments.
And what a freepreneur ultimately is someone that lives a digital lifestyle. So what that truly means is that you have the ability to work from anywhere in the globe. So you may have clients, but that doesn't mean that you're stuck in your local city or in your office. It means that with technologies and tools, some of them that we'll cover today, you're able to manage those clients while still living the life that you want. And that may be a life of travel. It may be a life where you spontaneously jump on aeroplanes. It also might be a life where you prefer to stay close to home. It's completely up to you.
So freepreneurs strive for ultimate business freedom. Our goal is to create a business that aligns with our core values, and we recommend this you for as well. One of the challenges we see in the marketplace is some people in the marketplace compromise their values for income. Our goal is simply not to do that. We want to make sure you have great health, you look after your family and your relationships. Your economics are rewarded for doing that, and of course, you're enjoying your business. We want to create something you love here with the ultimate, which is the ultimate freedom.
And one of the power of these images is up in the top left. That's me and my beautiful queen, my wife Paula. So she gets to come on this journey with me, and a lot of our clients take their spouses, their kids, along for the ride, why they're traveling and working. And in the top right, maybe you'd like to share.
Yes, that's right. Before we go there, this was actually Az's second wedding.
With the same
wife. Now, what actually happened is he got married in Melbourne here in Australia. The reason being is because he wanted everybody there. He wanted to have an experience where everyone could have their best wishes and welcome him the most for his journey.
Yeah, and then my wife's dream wedding was actually in Paris, so we did both. I took her, gave her a dream wedding in Paris, and we did the family with all the people, all the relatives and friends here in Melbourne, so it was really beautiful to be able to do both experiences.
So one of the things we're talking about here is about creating experiences. You want to create memories that are going to last forever, and that's what we did with my mum. You'll see my mum and I there. Just behind us is it Notre Dame?
I'm not sure which that one is.
Is that how I
The
pronounce it?
cathedral?
The cathedral?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
yes. Right, so we were just there, and one of the experiences was that in the beginning, my mum didn't quite believe in this journey of entrepreneurship. And some of you might be experiencing this right now in your life. The thing to mention is that it's okay and it's totally normal. My mum wanted me to become a doctor or a nurse, something within the medical practice. She wanted me to go to university, but that just wasn't for me. Why this matters so much is because in the beginning of your entrepreneurial career, people aren't going to understand. That's why you must surround yourself with people that are going to hold you to a higher level and actually show you a way that's been proven and gives you a path to follow.
Yeah, and one thing that we always ask with people that do work with us is that they send these memories and these moments to us, because this is really why we created this Freepreneurs movement. Okay, so let's get into the presentation. So what we're covering here is the vehicle, how to become an in-demand digital marketing consultant in the next 30 to 90 days. And what you'll find is there has never been a better time in the world to actually transition into a space. When we go through the growth of this industry, businesses are screaming out for digital marketing consultants to come in and help them monetize the online world.
So who's the training for?
First of all, you have to be willing to accept the truth about what it really takes to build a successful business in the digital marketing place. We're not here to give you an illusion that what we've created over a combined 20 years is going to happen for you in the next sort of few months.
Yes.
This is something that you have to do the work with and understand that there's going to be dips. There's going to be peaks and troughs along the way.
And we will show you the path of least resistance. Although there is a certain formula to success, and it can happen within certain time frames, and it's different for everybody that comes and works with us.
Number two, right now you might be looking for that vehicle to actually monetize, getting paid for sharing a message with the world, and this is probably what we see as the greatest opportunity to do that right now.
And those who are truly committed to escaping the 9-to-5 rat race and live a life on their terms. One of the great things about being in this space right now is we have an opportunity to get access to information that we never got access to before. So there really is no reason why we all can't start, those that are willing and ambitious, start making money online.
And finally, and most importantly, those who want the opportunity to help other business owners succeed. The great thing about this vehicle is the more people that you help succeed, the more you're going to succeed. So it has an exponential effect on not just yourself, but other business owners and also the economy. Okay, so let's talk about who we work with.
So the types of people we work with, the people that come to us because they need the support and they need the help, are coaches, right? Consultants, professionals, marketers, entrepreneurs, employees looking for a business vehicle, a proven business vehicle, millennials, and also subject matter experts. These are people that are looking for help. They're looking for a vehicle. They're looking for a movement that they can be a part of to create freedom in their world.
Okay, so let's quickly run through the agenda for the training today. First of all, we want to run you through some of the immediate opportunities that exist for digital marketing consultants right now so you can actually see the opportunity for what it is. We want to go through what we call our premium client shortlist. So we mentioned specialization on, I think, the first slide. So we want to give you some inspiration about who many of our clients have had a lot of success working within this space.
You're going to want to get access to this shortlist, by the way.
We're going to cover the best approaches to attracting new clients. Now, the truth is, you're going to have to immerse yourself and do the work, but we also want to give you the recipe and the formula that so many people that have trained with us have used to start taking on their first, second, and sometimes even third or more clients in 30 to 90 days, and also how to structure what you would charge those clients as a business owner.
Yes.
And we also wanted to go through 5 strategic shifts to a time-rich, high-profit business versus a stressful job. One of the traps with going into a vehicle or a space like this is you create a situation where you feel like you're employed by your clients. So we want to show you how to not do that, where you truly have a business and you truly are a freepreneur.
Yes.
Okay, so let's First of all, have a look at why go digital. Digital marketing has become one of the most in-demand consulting vehicles in the world.
So by 2019, digital marketing is predicted to be a $313 billion with a B dollar industry with a current industry spend of around $180 billion. Now, why this is so exciting for you is it's your opportunity to have a slice of exactly that.
Yeah, and when you see that there's about to be such a huge growth in such a short time frame, it just shows you how powerful the opportunity is to capitalize on it right now.
Yes.
Okay, so step one, let's identify the opportunity with you. Let's go into the top 3 reasons why digital marketing is one of the fastest growing industries in the world.
So reason number 1 is traditional marketing mediums like the yellow pages and flyers are no longer produce a desirable return on investment. I remember many years ago I used to advertise a full page yellow and adding yellow pages, and around this time it was still a good ROI. It was around $20,000. But in the space of 3 years, this had changed. It had gone from yellow pages was the #1 source of advertisement to, hey, it was Google. And Google was a great source. But then it actually changed again to social. And that's what we're really talking about here today. Now, what this means is business owners are now migrating online. They're investing their marketing budgets on various digital marketing platforms for a positive ROI.
And you've also got to think about the difference between the targeting. When you, say, put a flyer in a letterbox, how targeted is that flyer drop?
Not very.
You've got to stand in a mall or a shopping center. How targeted is the foot traffic working past that stand? Whereas if we're doing digital marketing on social platforms, we can plug in the specific demographics and make sure that our flyer, for lack of a better analogy, gets shown to people that actually have a direct interest in what that offer may be.
Yes. Reason number 2.
46% of small business owners still don't have an active website. So what that really means is, right now, almost 1 in 2 business owners still aren't even online. So that should get you very excited, because if you had business owner A and business owner B sitting next to each other, statistically, one of those businesses hasn't even made the transition into the online world yet.
Now, we've done our research within this space. These business owners know they need to be online, but some of them are frustrated. They've tried and they've attempted to make it work, but they haven't had a set formula on how to do it.
It's true. If you go into a vehicle like online marketing or digital marketing and you don't have the right approach or the right system, strategy or blueprint, it simply doesn't work.
Yes.
So even if businesses are online, they're still trying to work out, and that's where you come in, on how to monetize it and actually get an ROI from being on the internet. And number 3, the average person is spending 118 days, and no doubt I think the statistic would have increased by the time we put this in, a day on social media. So 2 hours of the average person's day are on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So where do you think that businesses should be advertising on?
So we've got to remember the new TV is the smartphone, is your smart device. I'm an iPhone guy. Why this matters is because what switched was where the eyeballs go is where we want to market to. And we know that mobile is the #1 place you must learn to market in 2017 and beyond. It's just going to increase.
Okay, number 2, so building a successful digital marketing practice. There's some things that we need to look into if we're going to transition into this vehicle.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So first of all, what we need to understand is when we're working with a business owner as a consultant, they're looking for very specific outcomes. So they're not necessarily looking for you to help them create more work, as in post 10, 15 times a day on their Facebook page or Instagram account. What they're looking for is more inquiries as one of the first objectives.
Yes. So, excuse me, and what usually happens is most digital marketers are really social media managers, and what they usually post are things of like quotes. They repurpose content, and it's just not appealing to their ideal customers.
So your first goal is to get clear when you're working with a client. One of the things that you want to mention to them is, hey, I'm going to help you get more inquiries, more qualified contacts. Another word, of course, is leads that you can start building a relationship with and offer their services to.
So these are almost what we call like the hot buttons. These are the desirable points that you must mention when you're going through this with a qualified prospect. Next up is more customers, more sales. Remembering they must monetize. Now, one of the biggest challenges we see online is people are okay at inquiries, but when it comes to actually qualified customers that have paid, not so great at it. And what this means is inquiries that have progressed to engaging their paid services.
And number 3, more profits.
Yeah.
So if you're in front of a client and you can show a way to increase their bottom line, and there's really only 3 ways we can do that, which is number 1, through more customers. Number 2 is through higher transactions. So each time a customer transacts, on average, they're spending more, or a greater purchase frequency where they're coming back and doing business more regularly. So if you sit down with a prospective client, you explain, hey, my number 1 goal as your consultant is to help you get more inquiries on a daily basis and help turn them into more customers and ultimately get them coming back and adding more profit to the business. That's language that business owners understand, and also results that they'll be happy to engage a consultant on.
Yes. So how you provide the solution is with what we're very big advocates of, and we've produced the majority of our success on is online marketing funnels. Now let me explain that. Funnels are proven systems for delivering these 3 outcomes efficiently, and we're going to go through these funnels today.
Exactly. So we're talking about moving away from the high level of activity in terms of posting on social accounts and focusing predominantly on helping your clients build funnels that are going to deliver those 3 outcomes. So we want to help you with sort of your elevator pitch, your marketing message. What we would recommend is keeping it simple. So your business, your consulting agency would have some form of message like, we help implement online marketing funnels that deliver premium inquiries and customers for whichever industry you specialize in. So it could be accountants, real estate agents, dentists, chiropractors, whichever path you choose to go down and specialize in.
So how do you attain the unfair advantage within the marketplace? We're going to map this out for you, because when you align these 3 pillars in your life, you're going to see much faster results. So number 1 is choose an in-demand vehicle. This will determine your speed. Now, our recommendation for this is digital marketing. Now, the challenge is most, you could say, entrepreneurs. They're entrepreneurial. They have chosen a vehicle that just isn't in demand. What that means is no one's willing to pay you for it. And that's common, right?
Absolutely. So we need to go into the marketplace with something that has measurable value.
Yes.
If we're choosing something generic, and a lot of coaches make this mistake, it's very hard for someone to justify moving forward with them unless there's some sort of tangible element to what they're delivering.
So next up is you've got to align. You got to get the support with your strategy and mindset. Because here's the thing: if you just have the digital marketing vehicle, but you don't know how to do it, and you don't have the mindset to follow through, it's going to take up a lot of time rather than compressing time. Remember, we want to compress decades of our knowledge within a very short time frame with us. And the way you do that is getting the path, getting the map with the strategy and the mindset. So our recommendation is train, and get mentors. So if you want to compress time, this is the fastest path for you to do it.
I think one of the challenges that we see with a lot of people trying to transition into, say, a consulting or coaching or training vehicle is that they're trying to do it with what we call the free pool approach.
Yes,
so they're watching
absolutely.
YouTube videos, they're attending free seminars, free webinars, and almost getting paralyzed because they've collected too much free information without all the ingredients that you need to bake the proper cake.
Yes.
So you need to invest. If you're going to ask other business owners to invest in your consulting, you also need to have your own support network, people that are helping you increase your expertise and build your own business.
The most expensive thing you can do of a ball is do it on your own. It's going to cost you time and ultimately much more money.
Yeah, number 3. You need to share your message with the world. If you don't take a stand and have a stance, then it's going to be very hard for you to really separate yourself from other people doing the same thing. So your message and the way that you convey that, that's going to be your fuel for being able to get your business and what you can do for people in front of the right people in the space that you're specializing in.
Remember, you've got to stand for something within the marketplace. Who are you? Who do you want to be within the marketplace? Because here's the thing, if you have fuel, you will stay the course. If you're committed to contribution and you're committed to making a massive difference and impact, sharing your message should be something that you're passionate about. And the distinction is that first part there, do you, but just making sure you have a vehicle and you have a system to plug straight into.
Okay, so let's look at some of the types of clients that are really calling out for digital marketing consultants. Many of our clients that we've trained have chosen to specialize in some of these markets. So we've got real estate agents, accountants, plastic surgeons, doctors and specialists, solicitors, dentists, speakers, authors and experts in other fields, coaches and consultants, property developers, financial planners, luxury brands, CEOs and executives. So you'll notice a pretty common theme with all these types of clients. They're all offering relatively high-end services. Now, why we encourage you to focus on businesses that look at delivering high-end services is because it's going to be a much easier cost justification, one, to take on your consulting services, but number two, it's also going to take the pressure off you, because if you can deliver them a couple of new clients a month through an online funnel, then they've easily covered and made an upside on your consulting services. Whereas if you're helping someone sell, say, a $10, $15 product, the amount of marketing, selling, and systems required in order to do that profitably is going to require a lot of work, which is really going to eat in your ability to become a freepreneur.
Yes. And next up is when you're sharing your message, going ahead and posting this on public forums. Aaron and I are very big advocates. We've grown a large percentage of our business using Facebook and Facebook ads correctly.
Yeah, so when you have your message, don't hold back. We have our phones, and literally anytime we have a thought process that we can share with our marketplace, we can pull up our phone. It can be in the form of a video or a post, and we can put that out into the social sphere and start delivering our message so we can start to have that impact. So the truth is, you just get started. You don't look at analytics, you don't look at metrics, because if you do in the beginning, it'll discourage you, because in the beginning, not a lot of people are going to see the
that's
message.
Right. No one's going to pay attention in the beginning, but this is what we love about Facebook ads, because it gets you in front of an audience that are targeted and ready to listen.
Part 3 is, how does the business model work? Let's go into the model that we recommend for professional digital marketing consultants.
This is the FREEPRENEUR model. This is a model that we've crafted over many years that has made an incredible difference in our life. Let's go through it.
Okay, so we mentioned funnels. So we said earlier in the presentation why still a lot of people are failing to make the transition online, or there are people that are online and not getting an ROI. It's because of the confusion around the monetization.
Yes.
When you go online, what system do you have in place so you can actually get customers and make a profit? Online marketing funnels are the non-complex solution to this problem.
Yes.
So we want to assist your clients in 3 areas of their digital marketing strategy.
Number 1 is traffic. Now, this is the common one when it comes to digital marketing. Most digital marketers just focus on number 1. Now think about it. Traffic's like, okay, I'm going to post a quote on Facebook and try to get people to like it. That's a currency that most digital marketers value, which we don't, by the way. Step 2 is conversion. Now, what is conversion? Conversion is when the traffic lands on the site, we collect contact details. Remembering the goal is not to go ahead and get your name or your client's name out there. Your goal is to collect your prospect's name into your database so you can remarket to them. Because most of us have received advice of, hey, you just need to get your name out there, which it certainly doesn't work in today's age.
And probably what we've seen as sort of a theme is there's a lot of sort of agencies or a lot of consultants in the digital marketing space that are great with the traffic, or even businesses that are generating traffic, but where they're letting themselves down is with the conversion. And often they blame the traffic, but usually it's the part after the traffic which is the problem. We're going to give you some insights into that. The third part is the automation. So what is the process once we've collected someone's details that happens to increase the desire and trust towards becoming a customer or client of our client's business? So I wanted to break down, and this is the funnel that all our clients that we train specialize in to help their clients monetize digital marketing. Okay, and really all a funnel is an online system that takes targeted traffic from curious, so they may not have seen the brand or the business before, through a series of educational steps. For example, we're going through an educational process right now, all the way through to a paid offer. This is going to be your primary role as a digital marketing consultant.
So we're going to walk you through these steps now. So number one is an advertising campaign to targeted online traffic. We use platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. They've been incredibly successful for us. So I can assure you, your customers are on these platforms and they're waiting for you to market to them. So is your customers.
We want to send that targeted traffic to a multi-platform responsive web page. Now let me explain that. So most people are going to be accessing content, advertisements, social media via their smart devices. So if we have a website, and this is where the conversion comes in, that we're sending people to a website that one isn't mobile or tablet optimized, that's going to drastically lower conversion. Two, if it's a website, there's going to be a lot of distractions going on. There's going to be several tabs that people can click away from. There's going to be an about section, a contact us section, a services section. We want to send them to a single web page, just like you would have come through to get here today, where all that we have is the offer that we had in our online campaign and the ability to make the inquiry to get access to the offer. This is what's drastically going to increase the conversion.
Remember, you have 3 seconds to capture their attention, and you having an about us, a contact section, and a newsletter just isn't going to produce the result.
The next part is the lead magnet. So one of the ways that we also can increase conversion drastically is actually giving something of high perceived value in exchange for the inquiry or lead. So right now you've come through an online video process. We need to determine, well, what is the best lead magnet for your client to incorporate in their business? Is it something like an information session in person? Is it an online video or a demonstration? Is it a webinar? So there's a high perceived value or reason to actually submit the contact details to get access to the lead magnet.
Now, it's different for each market. We want to figure out what your ideal customer likes to consume, because some of them won't want to come to events.
Exactly.
Some of them will want to receive it in video. Some of them will want to receive it in a report. There are different ways of distributing the information so they consume the information. The next step
is the follow-up. So this is where we use what we call a CRM. And we have a series of, could be text message or SMS, depending on where you are in the world, or emails that continue to build a relationship with the inquiry so we can heighten their desire to make a decision.
Yes. And next up is a consult. This is a consultation with you. A consultation that's one-on-one, so you can actually go in and speak to your ideal prospect and find out if you have the perfect solution for them.
And then ultimately, if it's a great fit, whatever you're offering, whatever your client's offering, then they become a client or not, which is completely okay. We want a funnel that speeds up the process to a decision.
Yes. Remember, what we love about online marketing funnels is it increases transaction trust and transaction speed. What increases transactions trust is that third step there, which is the educational lead magnet. And what increases transactional speed is you're driving into a consultation so you can help them with the solution. Because here's the truth. If you have the solution, there's no need for the client to wait too long to get involved with you. And what we've found from experience, this can be a process in as little as 24 hours. We've had clients come and go through our funnels and get started within as little as 24 hours because we've got the right educational lead magnets in place.
So just to give you an example, we talked about creating a targeted online campaign. So this is just a hypothetical example, and we used this we had some accountants attend one of our little workshops that we put on going back a while, and they wanted to know, well, our ideal clients are business owners. So we put together an audience, and this was based in Bondi Junction, which is where we were at the time in New South Wales, which is obviously a part of Australia. And they wanted established business owners that had a base income. And as you can see by the targeting there, we've picked business owners in that location from the ages of 30 to 65 that speak English. Their behaviours are that they own a small business and their income is of $150,000 plus. So we're able to put together 23,000 people just in Bondi Junction, where that business was located, for a target audience that we could be having some form of lead magnet presented in their Facebook newsfeeds.
Now, here's the thing. We can have this sort of targeting in small towns or in cities. It really comes down to your preferences on Facebook ads. But this is exactly what you're going to be doing for your clients when you get the strategy.
And here's another example. We also jumped onto LinkedIn to show how we could do it on another social platform, and we were able to target 14,000 small business owners, co-founders, business partners, or co-owners in the Sydney area. So we have the power to go onto these social platforms and get these laser-targeted audience and show them something of value in order to get the consistent inquiries.
So right now I want to share with you guys a case study, a client of ours and also a good friend of ours now, Mark LUXTON.
Okay, so what Mark did is, you would have seen the funnel that we just shared with you just a moment ago. So we executed and dropped that funnel into Mark's business. He works with fitness professionals and personal trainers. The result was in 60 days, he was able to sign up 22 new students, all paying a fee of 6 to 10K each. So roughly worked out that's probably around 150K in sales in just 60 days, all by just incorporating the right online funnel with the right lead magnet into the online process. And this is exactly what you want to be doing for your clients as well.
Now, why this is so unique is because Mark had gone out there and done other courses before, but he had pieces of the puzzle missing. But when he found out that, hey, he could put a funnel in place and that he could have faster transaction speed, meaning clients would come work with him sooner, he knew that after our time spent together, this sort of result was very possible. And what we ask and what we request each person that comes and does work with us is to give us an update. We usually say a 30-day update on your results because really we want each of you to be some of our best case studies, just like we are here today.
Exactly, and one of the things that fulfills us and inspires us to keep showing up and doing what we do is really your success. After you've been in business for a while, you get used to the income and making the money, so it becomes less about you, it becomes about your message and the impact it's having on the people that you share it with.
We always say that money is a fast-burning motivator, and what that means is money will motivate you for a short time, but what we really do recommend is building a business around values of a high level of contribution, and you're going to be able to sustain the sorts of numbers we're talking about here, just like Mark has.
Let's go through what we think is really important, the 5 strategic shifts for your own business success. This is so we don't end up with a digital marketing consulting business that is more like a job.
Yes. So these are the essential strategic shifts, right? The first one is traditional websites versus high converting web pages. Now, what we want to realize is most websites are online brochures. They're a place with information. They're a place with text. You've got the About Us section, you have the Contact Us, and usually you have a newsletter that you would never dream of opting in for because it's spammy and you know you're not going to get any real value from it. What we recommend are high-converting web pages.
Yeah, and the first thing that you would look at when you're consulting with your client is where are they sending their traffic? Because if they're sending it to a traditional website, we already know that that's lowering their conversion. So we need to be able to set up efficiently and help our clients set up mobile and desktop responsive web pages with that lead magnet on it so they can collect inquiries and build that educational value into the relationship.
Now, the best part is marketers have set up these web pages to convert. You don't need previous coding skills. Something I want to share with you, the majority of people that come and work with us don't have these previous skills, right?
That's right. We're not coders ourselves.
Yes.
Yet we're able to, because of templates that other marketers have been able to put together and tested for us, we're able just to put the right copy onto the site in order to achieve that outcome.
So there are systems and processes that close the gap, where you can bring your entrepreneurial endeavors into the online marketing space rather than getting lost in the logistical part of process that's time consuming.
And the great news is this is something we could certainly help you with as well if it's something that's new to you or you don't have experience with. Okay, and here's just something to share. This is from an advert. It's a screenshot just to show you, if you look down at the mobile newsfeed section down the bottom, we ran an advert to both desktop and mobile phones.
This is important.
You can see there that probably over 90% of the people that saw the ad were actually using a mobile device, which just shows that it's so important that for your clients and in your own business that you are using these mobile websites, because that's where the majority of people are going to be accessing the site from.
Now, this has only increased in the last maybe 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
There were once upon a time that desktop was a great place you'd advertise on, but newsfeed is where people are consuming the information. We all must learn to market on the mobile newsfeed.
The next one is organic traffic versus campaign traffic. So we've already touched on this a little bit, but as a digital marketing consultant, we don't want to be promoting inefficient practices to business owners. And inefficient practices are posting high volumes of low-value content to the various social platforms. What we want to be doing is posting a premium offer or premium content and running a campaign around that so we can share the value and the message and put it on steroids and show it to a whole bunch of people. Because organically, and we'll give you a little screenshot here, you can see the difference.
Yes.
So this is from a little advert that we ran sometime last year. And if we just posted that post organically, we would have only reached 317 people. Yet, because we were willing to invest, we were able to reach nearly 10,000 people versus how many we reached with the organic.
Now, what each of you must understand is Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn are businesses. They're paid to play markets, and those that can invest within the marketing will get their clients. What we really want to remember is if you know your lifetime customer value is $5, $10, $15, $20,000, and your average customer value, you can afford to invest $100 to acquire a customer, and that's what we're going to help you here with.
Yeah, so just to give you a reference point, in order to reach the same amount of people organically just by posting on the page than we did with the paid reach, it would have taken 31.5 organic posts. Now, you've got to think about the time involved to actually sit there and produce the 31.5 posts. That's probably spending most of the week, if not all of the week, actually constructing posts to get the same outcome by using a paid campaign online.
So you can either invest with time, which most of the market does, which is organic posts, which is your 31.5, or you can invest with money strategically to go ahead and get your customers. And the truth is, no one's going to do usually 31.5 organic posts.
And the truth is, one's going to give you freedom, the other one's going to give you long work days.
Yes. So, this is a big one. It's the specialist versus the generalist versus the specialist. Ash has a great story that I think you should share.
So, just to give you a great analogy to help you get the concept, when you first get some sort of symptoms or you're not quite feeling well, where do you usually go? Often down to your local GP, general practitioner. Now, over the course of a day, the GP is probably going to see maybe 20, 30 different patients, all with different symptoms, different problems. Now, when the problem gets serious, where do they get referred to?
Yes.
A specialist. Who gets paid maybe 4 or 5 times more, the GP or the specialist? Who just focuses on maybe 1 or 2 things every day versus maybe 20 or 30? The specialist. So we're going to encourage you not to be a digital marketing consultant to the masses.
Yes.
We want you to become great and an expert in one field. So, for example, rather than being a digital marketing consultant to fish and chip shops, to mechanics, to real estate agents, just do it to, say, a real estate agent so you can become the go-to specialist, get referred the business and charge the premium fees in your area of genius.
Now, I want you to imagine this. Imagine you went into a specialist and the specialist said, hey, I also focus on chiropractic work and I also do some meditational work as well. Your specialist would lose instant credibility. But most of the marketplace are doing this through their generalist framework. Our goal is to become great and a specialist at one thing. And this is your fastest path to becoming an expert, by the way. And an expert takes some time, but when you're choosing to focus on one area of specialty, it'll happen much, much faster rather than being a generalist like most of the market.
And it's much easier to become the best at your craft when you're not competing with the masses. Low-end fees versus high-end fees. So the challenge for a lot of people entering a consulting space or even business as a whole for that matter is they usually kill themselves out of business due to their pricing.
Yeah.
Now let's just use a very rounded example. So let's say hypothetically a consultant's charging say $1,000 in fees. How many clients is that consultant going to have to go out and enroll in order to make enough income to set themselves free? Probably more than 10 a month. So they're going to be spending the majority of their day actually marketing and selling, not servicing their clients. So our invitation and what's worked best for our clients is to be super selective and only work with a couple of boutique clients early on, but charge a much higher fee. But in return for the higher fee, provide a much better, higher grade service. So instead of charging, say, $1,000, charge something like $10,000 for a service where you'd have to get 10 clients with one fee structure and only one with the other fee structure.
Now, please don't go into the marketplace and start with high-end fees if you're not offering a high-quality service. Because all this is going to do is really create clients that aren't going to speak highly of you in the marketplace. But what we recommend is after you've gone through our systems and our processes and you know how to deliver real-world value, high-end fees are really the only thing that's going to stop you from charging high-end fees is what we call your financial thermostat. Now, each of us have a financial thermostat of what we believe we're worth. And you want to have a think about it in your world right now. When you hear maybe $5,000, is that a lot of money or is that not so much money? Because each person listening to this video right now, attending this training, some people would say $5,000 is a drop in the ocean, like it's not much money at all. Some people would say, hey, that's the most money I've ever heard of spending and I wouldn't realistically spend that. Now, here's the truth. Your internal thermostat, your financial thermostat will be a direct reflection to how much money you earn within the marketplace. This is something that must consistently evolve throughout time.
So let's look at an example of financial thermostat. So when Mary first came and started working with us, she was charging sort of what we call entry-level fees. Yes. So she had to generate a lot of business in order to just sustain an income that could support her doing her business full-time. And as you can see, through an evolution, and she's used some very expressive
yes,
language, which we loved. I know that some people aren't huge fans of swearing, but in our world, we certainly use plenty of swear words, so don't be surprised if one squeaks out. But Mary actually put her fee all the way up to $10,000. Mm-hmm. So just to get in the game and work with Mary, who works with photographers and helps people build their photography studios as a consultant, she's charging $10,000 up front, and all that has to do with is her self-value and her thermostat. Some people would shirk at the idea of doing that, yet all it was a decision, and Mary knows her value, so she actually doubled her fee and found that her clients were willing to pay that. So for all those years that she was charging less, she was actually cheating herself out of the money, but also doing double the work and taking on double the clients.
Now, here's the thing. We've spoken about transaction speed. We don't need to make this harder and more complex than it needs to be. She had never met her prospect. They spoke to each other for 1 hour on a call, and a $10,000 sale was made with some upside there. So each of you now have the opportunity to doing some very similar results.
Yeah. And so the next strategic shift that we feel is really important to share with you which is where it comes down to the freedom component of what we teach, is the digital agency versus digital consultant. A digital agency is largely a done-for-you type of business model where you will be executing, setting up the funnels, managing the ad campaigns.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's also a lot of responsibility.
Yes.
Okay, so the onus really falls onto you. Whereas a freepreneur is in the digital marketing space, but they're a consultant. So they're coming in and they're advising, say, a real estate business on the funnel that they would use to get more home listings or to find more people that are looking to buy homes. And rather than doing it for the client, you're training it so they can do it themselves, yet you're also there to support them as the Facebook platform changes, as the conversion of a web page. So you're there to support them ongoing as their consultant, not as their employee.
Now, this really helps with scaling issues within the usual model of a digital agency.
Yes.
Because usually what happens is you need to outsource a lot of things when it comes to logo creation, when it comes to funnels, when it comes to copywriting. You need to outsource this to 3 or 4 different people to get the job done. But when you're advising and you're a digital marketing consultant, you're there to offer strategic advice, and they're going to go ahead and do the work, which is a much better model if you want to be a freepreneur and you want to scale out to a great number of clients that are going to get awesome results. It's a community, wow.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. An agency, it's hard to really formulate a movement where you can have a really intimate, long-term relationship with your clients. So there's just some snapshots of us actually going out, wining and dining, spending time with our clients. We couldn't do that really effectively with an agency model. But as a consulting model, we can actually build a community, bring people on the same path together, and actually put extra value and an experience into working with us.
And the great part about this is they're contributing to each other as well.
Exactly. They can contribute to each other's success. Yes. Let's talk about monetizing your consulting business, which is a very important part of the process. Attracting clients. So let's go through some of the best practices or best strategies for attracting high-end clients in the next 30 to 90 days. Okay, so how it works. The first step is to choose which market you want to specialize in. Until you do that, it's going to be very hard to come up with a message that's actually going to attract someone to work with you. Just by choosing your market and saying, hey, I exclusively work with X businesses, immediately you get an element of credibility because they go, wow, this person only works with accountants or they only work with dentists, versus someone who goes, hey, I'm willing to give my digital marketing consulting advice to anyone that has a business.
Now, do we expect for you to come up with this on your own? Absolutely not. This is a process we will help you with. It would actually be irresponsible to go, hey, this is the market I'm going to specialize in when we haven't catched and pitched. Now, that's a process that we like to help our clients with, and we'd love to help you with that as well.
And it also can be an evolutionary process as well. That's important to mention. Just because you decide to get started doesn't mean that you might not find that something else is a better fit. That's completely okay. Next thing is the opportunity. So you need to have your own funnel demonstrating how you can help. So you might be going, well, I'm just starting out. I'm new to the space. The truth is everyone that starts a business starts from scratch. Okay, they haven't got previous wins or past experience. So by building a funnel, just like we're doing and showing you right now, you can actually educate your prospective clients on how you can help their business online. You can show them what they might be doing wrong with, say, a website. You can show them how they could be using social media to attract more clients. And by showing them, they go, wow, this person does know what they're talking about.
That's what it is.
Therefore, I will have the conversation.
Because here's the distinction. It's don't tell me, show me. So you're going to make up in a lack of experience with an increase of expertise because you've shown them exactly how to do it.
And then ROI. One of the best ways to show the cost justification is to simply have a formula where you can show your prospective clients, hey, if we were able to add 2, 3, 4 new clients into your business in the next 30 days, what would that be worth? And that gives them the cost justification to go, you know what? Absolutely. Let's give this a go and see if we can do that.
Now, in your business right now, do you have a clearer ROI for your clients? Is it clear on what sort of a return on investment they may be able to produce if they follow your steps when working with you? Now, the numbers are very clear here on how to go ahead and do that.
Okay, so let's look at what our clients actually charge as digital marketing consultants. It's a very good question and one that we get thrown at a lot when people are looking to make this transition. So we wanted to share it with you. First of all, the reason why we talk about going to those businesses that one are established, so they've been in the game for a while, but they also offer high-end services, is most of them already have an established marketing budget. So all we're doing is really giving them an invitation to reallocate some of the budget they might be using on flyers, they might be using in ineffective offline strategies, and investing that into you as a digital marketing consultant.
Next up is the competition.
If there's other competitors online stealing some of their clientele, doesn't it make sense that they would want to make the transition and actually get the help so they can steer some of that business back towards them and not leave money on the table?
Remember, there's what we call virtual real estate right now. Virtual real estate is having a great following on Facebook. Virtual real estate is coming up well when it comes to SEO, the search engine optimization on things like Google. This matters because these are the places where consumers are going to make a decision to buy. Remember, it's a social game now, and if we can help our customers get on there, they're going to get their virtual real estate much sooner and they're going to be much more profitable.
And number 3, so with some of these businesses, just one new customer a month can often cover the investment to work with you. So taking you on board, especially in the beginning, isn't a massive risk if we can just deliver them some incremental results early on. So let's have a look at the breakdown. So what we have at the beginning is what we call the immersion phase. So this is really where you're going to be educating and training your clients around building these funnels so they can start to attract the inquiries and the customers and generate the more profit using digital marketing online. And that's usually sort of a 30-day period. Number 2.
Which is the ongoing support period. So your clients, if you go ahead and do a magnificent job during the immersion phase, your clients are going to want to work further with you. What we need to remember is marketing's not static. It grows, it morphs, it changes, it evolves. And if we can understand that our clients' problems are going to consistently upgrade when you help them go ahead and get more leads and more clients and more profits, they're going to want to stay with you for a longer period of time. Offering strategic support is very important to their ongoing success.
And the great thing is you can frame the immersion phase as sort of the dating period. Before you commit to going long-term with a client. So it gives both of you a chance to see if you would like to work together. Okay, so that ongoing strategic support, depending on where you're at, if you're starting out, that might be for 12 months, ongoing support. If you've been in the game for a while and you've sort of honed your craft, you might charge that over a 6-month period. It's just going to determine on what, one, you're comfortable with, number 2, also the level of time that you've been in the space. Okay, so this is what we're looking at for a client. $5,000 up front and the potential of $25,000 in ongoing support. Okay, so with someone that takes up the ongoing support opportunity after the immersion phase, you're looking at $30,000 per client a year. Okay, so if you were to have 4 clients, which when you think about it, that could be 1 client every quarter, you potentially got a 6-figure business.
You've cracked the 6-figure mark.
And you're also not looking at a whole bunch of service delivery if you're only advising 4 clients. Okay, so that just gives you a breakdown. For those of you that are looking for a vehicle, this could be something that you aspire to over the next sort of 12 months. You determine how many clients would I like to work with, what's my target, and then get committed to doing the work. Because this is just having a plan and a target. The work is what's going to deliver the result.
Now remember, your clients and you don't have a client problem, you have a marketing problem. You set the marketing up right, you're going to go ahead and get the clients.
So this is a system that we have used over our many years and many businesses for what we call ongoing entrepreneurial success.
This is incredibly important to understand where you're at in the cycle and what you need to execute next to build wealth. The first step, we're big believers in business. Having business as a vehicle to generate cash flow. Now, here's the thing. You might be in a job right now but you might want to have more freedom and you might want to increase your cash flow so you can make bigger plays. Whenever you develop some cash flow, reinvestment is incredibly important. Now, reinvesting in your business is the first goal. After you've reinvested in the business, you might take a look at other areas, but here's what we know. The best return on investment is going to actually be your business. The best return on investment is going to be in your marketing. And this is how you're going to create true wealth rather than dips in income where you're cash flow rich one month, although really struggling the next month if you do this with this sort of a cycle. So your goal right now might be, okay, I'm in business, I want to increase cash flow. That's what we're here to help you with.
Okay, so let's talk about the best way to become a digital marketing consultant. What's the fastest path to get this vehicle up and running and in the game? Okay, so number one, we recommend immersion. So most people in life, they limp. Okay, they take several months, even years, to get a result. If you're truly committed and you're passionate and you want a better life and you want to share a message, you need to block out a period of time. We recommend sort of 30, 60, 90 days to immerse yourself so you can speed up the process to actually becoming a digital marketing consultant.
So here's how you compress decades into days, weeks, and months by having an immersion process. If you want to learn anything quickly, you get in the environment and you get the people to support you with a proven path, which is step number two.
Number two, you want to learn from successful digital marketers. So you want to impart people that have been in the game doing this consistently day in, day out for a combined 20 years. So you don't have to go and spend the 20 years yourself.
Yes.
It makes sense to learn from someone that's delivered the results, someone that lives and breathes digital marketing, rather than trying to get dribs and drabs from people that aren't walking the talk.
And next up is you want to join a community of professional digital marketers. You want to be part of a movement. You want to be part of a revolution. You want to be part of a community that are committed to your success, because there are going to be days where it's going to be challenging, but entrepreneurship is too lonely flying solo. If you can do it with other people that want to see you successful, success is going to be much easier in this space.
Okay, so let's talk about what business owners are looking for.
Yes.
So these are the sort of things that we must understand. These are the skills you need to master in order to become a consultant. Number one is the social media management and advertising. So we need to be able to show our clients the best social media practices in order to get an ROI. How to advertise, how to set a budget and do things online so they can get in front of their target audiences with a lead magnet and turn them into inquiries that they can build a relationship with.
Yes. Number two is web page creation and conversion. We're going to show you exactly how you set up a web page so it actually converts into leads and customers.
Number three, scaling through automation. So if we can also help remove some of the inefficient manual processes for a business owner through things like CRM and funnels, we're actually going to buy them back more of their time. And those systems are also what turn the inquiries and leads into the customers. So these are the three core focuses we need to focus on mastering in order to become an in-demand consultant.
So, here are the 5 reasons why we believe digital marketing is no doubt the best consulting vehicle in the world today.
Number one, you don't need previous experience. Like we said, immersion. If you're passionate about learning these skills, we can help you start consulting within the first 30 to 90 days of enrollment. The truth is, one of the reasons that also happens is through the specialization. Not trying to be everything to everyone, just focusing on one market, getting great at that fast, so you can step in and start taking on clients and also learn as you go.
Yes. Reason number 2, digital marketing is an asset for life. This is a skill set that will keep generating you returns for as long as you're going.
Exactly, and you've also got to think not just the financial returns. Mastering digital marketing may give you the freedom that you desire, the time back that you can spend with family or commit to other causes. Take that and sort of forecast that over 20, 30, 40 years.
Do the numbers.
And you go, wow, this is almost something I have to commit to because the downside or the consequences of not doing it are severe.
And reason number 3 is you're never too young or you're never too old to start. this is an industry that younger people have instant cred. They have instant street cred within the market because they grew up within the digital age, which is fantastic. Although for those of you that are a tad older, you use, and we recommend you use your experience, you bring your wisdom, coupled with a new in-demand skill set, and there's no shortage of people that are going to want to work with you.
Yeah, there's no discrimination in the digital marketing consulting game because particularly the younger people, we grew up with this technology. Number 4, you can start building your business beginning with just a 4-hour work week. Okay, so if you've got other commitments at the moment, you may be working a full-time job, you may be doing some form of study, that's no excuse. Okay, you start and you build up as you go.
You allow a transition period. So each of us, when we transition into the full-time space, we just said, hey, I'm going to commit part-time now so I can be full-time within the future.
We wanted to show you the growth of the industry to remind you again. Right now, it's probably over 180 billion, but by 2019, it could be, and it's predicted to be, a $313 billion industry. So that being said, right now, we're kind of standing at a dock, to give you an analogy, where the ship's right there. And those of us that want to jump on board and actually ride it out into the ocean of opportunity, that's available to us.
So let's talk about the mindset shifts each of us need to make to be successful business owners and entrepreneurs.
So first of all, there's your comfort zone. Most people are getting the results that they're getting right now because they're comfortable. Everything that you want, the freedom, the income, the business, the travel, you have to do things that right now are probably uncomfortable, whether that is immersing yourself in learning a new skill set. If you're not familiar with, say, creating web pages or you're taking on clients and things like that, that may be uncomfortable in the beginning, but everything that you want in the success zone is going to require you to get uncomfortable for a while.
Absolutely. Next up is procrastination versus action. You want to take a look at your habits. You want to take a look at your patterns. Have you been missing out on opportunity? Or have you been an action taker? And now I can assure you that the action takers are the ones that get paid. They commit, they decide, and they see things to full maturity. And that's our recommendation for each of you.
Let's look at the consequences. Same thing that you need to look at with your clients. There's a cost no matter what you do, whether you invest in something or you don't. And often we've found that the consequences of inaction, the consequences of procrastination, the consequences of not doing something are far more expensive and far outweigh an actual investment. You need to look at the ROI when it comes to making financial decisions. If I commit, I'm willing to do the work and I make an investment, what will the ROI be into the future? That lifetime ROI. And also, what are the consequences? How much longer am I going to tolerate what I've got right now?
How much have you been tolerating? Because here's the thing, if your goal is to do say a $30,000 month, it's costing you $30,000 a month not to get the solution because you know your financial targets.
Information gathering versus results. So one of the, I guess, downsides of the information age is everyone has access to Google. Everyone has access to YouTube. So what most people do is they keep themselves safe. They go on the merry-go-round of data collection. They get little hits or rushes from learning new stuff. The truth is that that is poisonous.
Yes.
The people that succeed in life are the ones that get started and start producing the results. The truth is, information is what's going to paralyze us into inaction because all of a sudden we've got too much information to actually move forward. So you need to be honest with yourself, speak the truth, look in the mirror. Hey, have I been going on the information merry-go-round of gathering so I can avoid maybe getting into the space where someone may criticize me, there may be an element of judgment? Or am I finally ready to step up and start getting the results and let my actions do the speaking?
Remember, experts and professionals make a decision and take fast action. Those that you could call them more rookie-like or amateurs gather information, procrastinate, and talk about the opportunity they lost out on.
Here's a really good case study from one of our overseas clients, Adam in LA.
Yes.
So Adam, just to show, we've never actually met Adam in person. So that's a great flexibility that we have in the digital world. But Adam was in the same position as pretty much the majority of people watching this video, very likely the same position you're in right now. He was looking for the right vehicle in order to support his vision and share his message. Now, he did the work. He took massive action. And over the space of 6 months, starting from scratch, he was able to enroll 85 high-ticket clients into his services. Now, that's an extreme example, but it also gives you a reference point for what's actually possible if you're committed to taking the action and doing the work.
So, how to fast-track your success as a highly paid digital marketing consultant?
So first of all, we want to give you and impart everything that we've learned over the past 20 years and give you the opportunity to immerse yourself and to condense this information and pass it on to you over a 5-week period.
Now, we've broken down this into 5 key metrics you must measure within your business, which is number 1, mindset. Number 2, which is the model, which is the business model. Number 3, it's your message. How do you put a unique message out there into the marketplace that attracts the tribe that you want to work with? Number 4, which is your marketing. You got to get that right. And number 5, which is monetization. If you do the first 4 right, monetization is going to turn up for you. And this is something we're going to condense into 5 key weeks.
So the first step is getting crystal clear on your vision. What do you want to achieve in the next 30, 60, 90 days and also in the next 12 months? So with every person, every client that we work with, we want to understand exactly what they want to achieve. So you're going to have a strategic planning session with either myself or Jack on a conference call. We're actually going to map out exactly what you want to achieve, who you're going to specialize with, what your pathway is to becoming a digital marketing consultant this year. So what we have is, in order to support you in learning the skill sets that you need to become a great digital marketing consultant to your clients, is what we call our 8 online modules. Now, why this is so important is you can go back and reference these modules anytime that you're looking to support or help a client. So you're going to become a traffic generation expert. In these modules, we show you how to set up laser-targeted Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Instagram ads for your clients, and even in your own business, so you can attract the right people and offer them the right lead magnet in order to build that relationship towards becoming a client. Then we're going to help you become a lead conversion specialist. So when it comes to setting up the mobile responsive web page, to determining which lead magnets to use, we're going to train you and show you exactly how to do that. You do not have to work this out on your own. So if you go through the step-by-step tutorials, you can master the traffic, you can master building and setting up the web pages and knowing which lead magnets to use in your business and to recommend for your clients. Then we're going to show you how to become an automated systems technician. So how do we build up the follow-up steps, the emails, the SMSs? You can just follow our step-by-step tutorials so you can learn exactly how to plug that into the funnels that you'll be helping your clients with, and of course in your own business as well. And then finally, you're going to become a customer conversion advisor. So this is helping your clients and even yourself determine which is the best series of events to take the marketplace from curious, they haven't seen the business, for all the way through to making the decision whether to transact on the business.
Now, this is going to start with you. We're going to build out your funnel in the beginning, so you're going to test this within your own business. And when you're successful in your own business, you then have the right to build that out for others, and you're going to have a blueprint to show you exactly how to do that.
And the great news is you can always refer back to these modules. They're updated, they're ongoing, so you're never going to be stuck with not knowing how to do something as a digital marketing consultant.
So, step number 3 is you get access to both Az and myself in a private Facebook group. This is where we condense 6 months of digital marketing knowledge into 5 weeks with the both of us, right?
Yeah, you're going to get direct access to us. We're going to be able to support you with your questions. We're also going to be doing 5 live trainings covering each of the pillars into that group. So you can jump on, join us, go through the trainings, ask us questions, and of course you'll also have access to them to help you grow your business moving forward.
Yes.
We want to share with you something that really changed our lives, and in particular our results in business. The first one is be the client and the person that you wish to attract. So many people go into business and they wonder why they're not able to attract clients or make money. And then we look at the way they're showing up and they're doing business with other service providers, and the answer is obvious.
So if you want to attract clients of value, be a person of value, because they're going to be able to see that, hey, this is somebody that has a high level of integrity and a high level of contribution, and they want to be part of that. Number 2 is don't expect people to invest in you if you're not investing in other people. And this really comes down to anything in your life, whether it comes down to your fitness, whether it comes down to your business, whether it comes down to anything that you're looking to produce results in. Investing in other people is the first step, because you're going to have the courage and the know-how to ask someone else to invest in you. You can't expect anyone to go all in on you if you haven't gone all in on yourself.
Don't expect your prospects and customers to make fast decisions if you make slow decisions. One of the biggest complaints that we've seen in the past from other practitioners, other business owners is, well, my prospects or my customers are very slow to make decisions. Then we look at their ability to make a decision, and it's just a reflection of them. So if you want someone to make a fast decision to speed up the transaction process in your business, then you also need to start making fast decisions in your world as well.
That's right. We're fast action takers over here. When we know we want to work with someone, we just go and work with them. We don't make the process more complex than it needs to be. And transaction speed is something we're going to be helping you with as well.
Also, don't be expected paid in full and on time if you don't reciprocate with your bills consistently. The worst thing that you can do is go into business as a service provider and not honor your other service providers in the marketplace. So not just your mentors and trainers, but we're talking about your phone bill, your water bill. Pay your bills in full. On time early would be our recommendation, so that way you earn the right to have your clients and your customers pay you on time.
And pay them happily, right? Enjoy the payment, because you've used the service. Look after those people that have provided the service for you.
Number 5, don't expect the marketplace to not talk ill of you if you talk ill of other people within the marketplace. So one of the standards that we hold true in the Freepreneurs community is there's a no gossip policy.
Absolutely.
We live in a very noisy world where everyone has a voice on social media, but if we're going around and gossiping and we're talking poorly about other people in the marketplace, guess what happens? The next person that gets talked about poorly in the marketplace is the person doing the gossiping.
Remember, you're about to join a community of professionals. And professionals worship one thing: results. And rookies and amateurs, posers and talkers talk about the other thing, which is reasons. They talk about reasons of why they're not successful, reasons of why it didn't work, and reasons of why they don't have the income they want. There's a standard that you're about to embark upon as being part of a freepreneur, and we're going to share that with you.
So here's the next step. Every month we have a huge volume of inquiries about coming and joining us in our fast track program. Okay, so if you've got this far in the training, no doubt this is an opportunity that you're ready for. You're looking for that support and guidance so you can get to the next level.
So who should apply? It's for those who want to learn the digital strategies and tools to become a professional digital marketer.
So if you're someone that knows, hey, I really want to do this, I just need the support with the digital marketing skill sets, then come and apply so we can help you get up to speed with those skills. Number 2, those who are ready to offer a great digital marketing service and actually monetize it. Get rewarded financially. Stop holding back and not getting paid for your value. This is your time to step in, actually help people and receive for the great work that you're doing.
Next up. It's for those who are ready to escape the 9-to-5 rat race. We call it the JOB, which is just over broke, and set their own hours. They want to call the shots. They want to live a life on their terms.
Number 4, those who are ready to work location free, work from their laptop and mobile device. So if you've had that vision, if you've had that desire, apply, because this is the vehicle that can give you that freedom.
And those who want to join one of the fastest growing industries in the world and enjoy the lifestyle with people that are committed to their success and they're ready to join a movement of freepreneurs.
So this is our offer for you. you got the chance to have a complimentary one application call with our founding partner, Jack Murray, to go through and see if this is a great fit for the both of us to work together.
So this is where I'm going to learn about your vision, what you're looking to create. I'll share with you the best practices for going ahead and getting started. And let's talk about the results you're committed to creating. And we'll discover on that call if this is the path that we're both committed to creating together.
And here's another great example of a client that's probably been in the exact same position that you're at right now. They were presented with an opportunity. They had to do the work. They had to master the skills. Although you can see the rewards that Ben, one of our clients, was able to receive because he took the action, because he did the work. In a single week, was able to sign up $35,000 in fees. Now, that wasn't every single week for Ben, but when you start having the occasional week like that in your business, your world certainly changes.
Now, you would have noticed that the few photos is our clients bring the energy. They're happy to be there. They're ready to learn. They're willing to do the work. And this is something that we ask of you. If you expect to see results like this, we just ask you to commit to a process and get in and work the strategy.
Here's another great case study. This is a couple. Clint and Simone up in Townsville, which is a place up north in Australia. And these guys are already doing 6 figures. They just wanted to take that to the next level. So with the strategies and the marketing and what we taught them and helped them implement, they were able to take what was a 6-figure business and scale that all the way up to nearly 7 figures. So the reality is it doesn't matter if you're starting from scratch or if you've got a business that you just want to take to the next level, we've usually got the solution for you.
So the next step is to fill in the short application form. Here's how it works. We're going to go ahead and check in to organize the next steps with you. The way this works is we're going to talk you through the process of filling out the application, but a lot of our conversation is going to be on Facebook because here's what Facebook does. It gives us an opportunity for us to connect with you and you connect with us in a social environment using the tools we're going to be recommending and teaching to you.
Okay, so click on the button below now. We're actually going to go ahead and walk you through on screen the application process so you can get a feel for how it works and what's going to be happening next.
So here's what you're going to do right now. Well, the information's still fresh in your mind and you're ready to take a level of action to go and create some change.
So we're over at aidm.com.au/application. So what we want you to do is go ahead and tell us a little bit about your vision and why you're here, just like we talked about at the start of the training. So just go through and enter in the details. Select any of these that apply so we can get a feel for what you're trying to create in your world right now. Now, what is really important to us is you actually share what these skills will mean to you over the next sort of 30, 60, 90 days, 12 months, even into the future in your life, because what's important to us is that we help you and then play a role in contributing to that vision coming to life.
Now, what happens with this process is I go ahead and read through carefully to say, hey, this is somebody that's serious to jump on a call with. This is somebody that's serious to create some great results in their life. So please go ahead and read through this, complete the questionnaire as detailed as possible, because I'm going to take the time to read through it and add as much value on our call as possible.
Then you've got, you can tell how you actually found us. A lot of people get referred through to us from our clients that have worked with us. Then, of course, let us know that you're ready to do this. You wouldn't have come this far if you weren't. Now, we're also going to request that you go ahead and put in your Facebook profile URL. We want to personally connect with you. Jack wants to connect, check in, say hi, so you guys can get to know each other before jumping on your call.
That's right. This is where we're going to do our communications on Facebook Messenger, and the best way to do that is for you and I to link up and be Facebook friends and do it that way.
So just fill out the rest of your details. If you're overseas, you might call it a cell phone number. Hit submit. Thank you so much for checking on in and seeing the training through to the end. That shows us that you're someone that finishes what they started, which is a great sign for someone that will have success coming and working with us.
That's right. Finishers get paid. In a world full of starters, finishers get paid. And I'm looking forward to receiving your application, reviewing it, and jumping on our call together very soon.
We look forward to receiving that application. Have a wonderful day.